Late at night in the prison cell, this inmate was boldly sawing the wooden boards under his bed. That's right, he was planning to escape. His cellmates sang and danced loudly to cover up the sound of the sawing. The faster he sawed, the louder his cellmates sang. Just as the guard stepped into the cell, he had just finished cutting. The prison boss then came up with an excuse to distract the guard, and Mike took the opportunity to crawl through the hole. A guard outside noticed the escape and immediately released the guard dogs. Mike ran for his life, climbing fences, crossing cables, swimming across rivers, without stopping for a second. In the end, the dogs chasing him collapsed and died from exhaustion. But a few days later, he was still caught and brought back. The warden ordered shackles to be placed on his legs, which were never to be removed, even during meals or sleep. His cellmates asked him how he got caught. He said he stole a car and drove into the city, but ran into a cop while waiting at a red light. The prison boss then told him to keep a low profile, that everything would be fine after some time. But what he didn't know was that Mike was already planning his second escape. While on work duty, he asked to go to the bathroom, but he had to keep shaking a branch to prove he was still there. Otherwise, the guards would shoot. After a while, the branch stopped moving. The guards immediately opened fire, then rushed over to check, only to discover that Mike had tied a rope to the branch to keep it moving, and he had long since run off. Mike escaped to a village where he encountered two kids. He borrowed an axe from them and used it to break his shackles. Then he borrowed some pepper and sprinkled it around. When the tracking dogs arrived, they were overwhelmed by the pepper and lost his scent for good. Sometime later, the prison boss received a magazine. When he opened it, he saw a photo of Mike with two beautiful women, along with the message, "Dear friends, just relax." At this point, Mike comes from another cycle, and it seems that he has managed to escape and is still living the good life. But after a few more days, just as the inmates were discussing where Mac was now dashing around, the cell door opened and a battered Mac was thrown in. Even though he had run far and wide this time, he was caught. The warden gives a stern message that his hard time has just begun.